All right, Move Miami, we're here with the founders of the Arko Group, Eddie, Edgardo. Thank you guys for joining us on Move Miami.
Thank you.
And for touring us right here. We're at one of their projects in Olympia Heights. This is a cool little project. This is what, a 3-2 now?
This is now a 4, 3.5.
It's a 4, 3.5. It was
a 3-2.
It was a 3-2. I was seeing the renderings. This thing had red carpet. We're gonna show some of the before and afters on the B-roll of this so you guys can see what this transformation is looking like. We're about a week, 2 weeks out. 2 weeks out of this thing being absolutely finished. These guys converted the garage. It used to be a two-car garage. Now it's what, a one-car garage? The roof's been redone. They've added a monster master bathroom, and we're right here on the edge of the deck, and it's like a second living room here. What separates Arko Group from different architects and builders here in Miami?
So, good question. Arko Group is a company that encompasses everything that has to do with building. From the very inception of a project, helping you find land, helping you do feasibility studies on that land, designing a project, building a project and turning it into a client. That's what we do. We go from there all the way back to developing our own projects. So that's something that we've been looking into in the last year, is buying our own land, developing our own projects to sell our product that could be different from everything else you see out there.
Yeah, basically we're a one-stop shop. We get you through the design, like from the moment you start, we get you design and all the way to you have a permanent hand.
Why designing from A to Z? Why did you guys decide to go that route?
Well, whenever a client approaches us, one of the first things they ask is like, hey, how much is this gonna cost me? I mean, you know, it's not a product, it's a whole process. So that's kind of like what we offer and bring to the table. Like we start the design, and right there and then after we have a preliminary, we can shoot it to our construction team and they could start giving us preliminary prices.
So that gives us an advantage because we're able to price a project from beginning to end, right? You give us a preliminary budget and we're able to say, okay, we can design to that, and we can go through the process, and at the end of every phase we can say, look, this is where we're at, this is where we're at.
And that's what makes these guys different. I've known Eddie for years. I met Edgardo about a year ago and we were looking at a project, and Eddie's background is in architecture and so is Edgardo's. So I want you to tell everyone else why you guys are qualified. Talk to me about your background, the projects you've done, as well as yourself.
I worked many years at the same firm. We did all kinds of projects ranging from high-end residential to high-rise residential and mixed use. I worked on buildings from 8 stories to 70 stories.
Most importantly, we're like licensed in Florida and Texas. My background is mostly commercial, so that's like we complement each other because he's high-end and multifamily, I'm commercial, so we can do anything.
What type of projects are we working on today besides this? Talk to me about what other projects we have in the pipeline, maybe things we can see.
Yeah, so our company's at a very interesting place right now. We have an array of projects, from smaller projects like this one to bigger multifamily projects. The smaller projects that we're doing right now, we have houses in Coral Gables, Pinecrest that we're working in. And then we have commercial projects, a high-end, very high-end commercial project in Coconut Grove that we're working on. Okay. That's actually going to be punched out this week. We have an array of projects where our company's molding itself to really define what it is. That's
awesome, and I know it's not even a year. You guys are just getting started, and it's nice to see you guys growing. I'm looking forward to our next project. That's definitely something in the works. I hope if you guys are looking to design or build something, we're gonna plug Arko Group's information down below. Definitely, shout them out. Let them know where they can reach you. What's the website? And we're also gonna put it down in the description below.
Well, our website is thearkogroup.com. Same Instagram, @thearkogroup.
Eddie, what was the most difficult part about this project?
I'd say that the most challenging part was the existing garage was lower than the rest of the house. So we wanted to have a seamless look up front. So what we did was we actually removed the existing roof completely, trusses and everything. We poured a brand new tie beam above the existing and then brought in brand new trusses to match the entire existing roof.
Edgardo, what is your favorite feature that you guys added to this home?
Gotcha. So our favorite feature for sure is the master bedroom. We did a vaulted ceiling there, and it has a high clear story window above the master bed. So it's a pretty nice feature. You get natural light in with the privacy because it's high above you. So that's definitely it.
Excellent. What are we in right now? What is this commercial space that we brought us to?
So where we're at, this used to be a furniture store. Our client bought it, and he's turning it into a physical therapy clinic.
Okay. So why do we have turf in the middle,
Yeah.
machines on the right, and this other open space here on the left?
Right, so what we're looking at is we basically divided this space into kind of two main areas with a kind of a blend in the middle.
Okay.
Right, on this side, you're gonna have all kind of your weightlifting, all your training facilities. On the back side here is all therapy, massage beds, etc. And then this turf kind of brings the two together, and it's really the blend between the two types of physical therapy.
Yeah, we also have the reception area, obviously, with the nice finishes and the private massage room there that kind of blends in with one of the areas I mentioned. Bathrooms, you know, general, typical layout.
Yeah. And what was the biggest challenge with this particular project? And I can kind of see what it is based on my experience and the legal experience. What would it be?
Yeah, the most difficult part is actually dealing with the city and the change of use for this project, right? A lot of times the client goes, sees a building, and they're like, wow, this building's perfect for me. But they don't realize, you know, oh, I don't have enough parking, I don't have enough green space, something. So we're working with the city right now, accommodating everything they need zoning-wise so that he can come and open up.
Buildings have uses, okay? And depending on where they are in the city of whatever you're in this case, Pinecrest. Yeah. You can be in South Miami. There's different uses that are allowed. And medical space has a particular use. You know, much like some of the closing that we just did, if you take a look at one of our prior ones that we closed in Dayland, that was a Class A medical space that was built out. And the reason we ended up there for that client is because he didn't want to go through this process because of how long it takes to obtain medical use, and it's a specialty. Right. Talking to someone like these guys that knows what they're doing is going to be able to help you avoid trips along the way as to whether you can change the certificate of use of whatever it be. If it's single family residential, I doubt they're going to let you stick a row of multifamily houses in a project. This particular space went from retail, and they're trying to switch it to medical office use. So those are some of the challenges that working with people with experience is going to help you avoid or help you navigate getting past them. So,
and that's one of the first things we do is called the due diligence. You know, we don't do the project, the whole thing, and then, oh hey, it turns out you can't do it. You know, if the owner knew since the beginning that he would need a change of use.
Absolutely, and there's special attorneys that can help you facilitate those. You know, I have some guys that do just specifically land use, and it may be an episode in the future, is that if you're trying to buy a piece of land and you're trying to change what's there, you have to look at what's historically been done or apply for the right permits or know the right people in town to get those things done. All right, we're taking off from here, but is there any other projects you guys want to show off or highlight after this?
I think a good idea is to kind of take you guys back to the beginning of construction.
Okay.
Right? We'll go to one of our projects that's completely bare. You're gonna see all the block, all the wood trusses, completely raw.
The house was like at one point just 4 walls. The owner like redid the whole thing, took out the existing roof, made the structure higher. So right now it's still bare bones, but it has a new roof, and it has a really nice feeling to it.
All right, don't forget to move, Miami. Come follow us to this next site.